kasa with you. Wow, and Bianca with sugars and dinner shall Terminator. Yes, yeah, we don't care if you understand me, you don't understand you. We don't care, but and then no, you person yet senior maybe I say ever King province. I'll say yes because very soon you're about to record a year into the TGMAs. No, well, name say the biggest ever music industry nima is. It's really our prestigious award scheme I or Ghana ha. Kim promise every contested for the artist of the year. Now I koye nkomo bebre se sia no koma ti PRB Stoneboy one day, Kim Promise one day, Kim Paluta. You say in common adorso. A bit of Kim Promise, Asa Fia, and Shadow Cry and Shadow who hit song Papi Bia. It's like you are thriving on past glory. ATN no. TGM yasha yende ase ewa ha. ATN me fan concern bro. Pesa what's na say. Na o relaxing because PR for Kim Promise. Abaya no hunketin amanfu trolling was social and ya nano day. Tilly aba comment sa ewa ha Tilly Akua Nipaa oba comment sa ewa ha oye PR Emma Kim Promise meaning so be ya to so ana if it's for this particular year there me ne ba be twin komom it's in ebia you confused about who you vote for eba artist of the year or no ewa ha say it's about baby say money about why second promise crap or deserve artist of the year and no who come enene ya ba bechichi no it's my mema miss sweetheart Tilly what's our coming sour when are they hear me what Twitter
we are saying a kind of hosa when they say the world is small this is what they mean.
I know, right?
So when you're talking you think further because you meet the person someday.
Right. Yeah. Anyways, welcome to eQuick.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you.
Kambu you so they say Kambu say boot. Yeah, but if you know, you know.
Yeah. I mean
you are really repping it. What you say?
You see that.
Anyways, Tilly as you call into Kim Promise, we want to know a little bit about you because Obu Hana what is Tilly but one share that name there. Oh yeah, and Sana you be call into Kim Promise ankasa.
Okay. So what do you want to know?
We want to know who is Tilly. Me name what Twitter.
Okay.
So come out for honsem. Yeah.
Okay, it's basically I think say the only thing who here so who say I'm a media person.
Okay.
I am on entertainment shows. I'm part of the what I from Pandex, you know. Anything that has got to do with the creative tourism arts, I am so I speak on it, and I am on platforms like Peace FM Entertainment Review,
right?
And I'm on Hits FM with DJ Slim Saturday mornings, and TV3. So I am called The Trends. So The Trends, no, it's just a discussion of the big stories that has happened
over the weekend.
So we just talk about it.
So now you're an industry player.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And then I have my personal. So they all come about X. No, I have my personal podcast where I do my show. It's called Team Means Talkative. Like the way you say with Pekasa. So I have owned it because people have been telling me say oh Pekasa. Yeah. So I've owned it. Team Means Talkative. And then I have my show there. So when I'm not on radio, I am doing my own content and I put out. I do social media as well.
Okay.
So I have Google certificates in the fundamentals in digital marketing. So I handle social media for some brands, privates, some embassies in Ghana. So it's just that is what I actually feed from.
Okay.
And then I do, this one for the fun of it.
For the fun of it.
Yeah.
18 ebane then Kim Promise before was be any PR.
Oh, I think say so usually
and there be onupo no befa one. Let's go straight to
so
it's how the amount for Reka because amount which Kim Promise kwa won da.
No, and I don't
you
have
are here because of Kim
to.
Promise.
But that's the thing. I don't have to meet him. We are looking at a certain work an artist has done the year under review. I don't have to meet him.
Right. It's nice oda o manunti and Kim Promise more assign no just na ya assign Stoneboy lady what's her name Vida.
Yeah.
Vida then it was official. Or then official and now
you're official for the TGMA season. What you say? So Ubisa say how did they come about?
Right.
So as a media person, obviously, once TGMA is the highest award when it comes to our sector. And I am sector no, I am music driven.
Right.
Obviously TGMA is a time where we have a lot of discussions.
Right.
So last season, we all saw what Portfolio did with the current Artist of the Year.
Right.
There was a lot of buzz. Until this season, no, when Artist of the Year, no, I announced say ni PR, no, which means so automatically, no, na Kempaluta team, no, almost so we saw say Portfolio was says oh, also Kasa Emma. Na Oshe one actually say Aka the one of the highest contender was no, the highest contender was no, which is Ken Promise no pena say onya obia and Kasa Emma no. And prior to even my announcement, no, me I have shared my honest opinion on the TGMA, especially the Artist of the Year category, because it's the highest category in there.
Right.
I've shared my opinion over and over, and when the conversations come, if it comes for the current Artist of the Year, meka positive, meka negative. When it comes like that, it obviously the me to me as a media person, no, I can't stick my neck out in certain conversations for an artist when, as a media person, I'm supposed to look at it neutrally and see, say, okay, because they are in, they deserve or they have to be there. No, it is on to the team can promise to decide, say, okay, aside what the media person will say about us, do we need somebody that the Juma say or be amplify me Juma me the year 2024? Send your beya any relevant conversation that concerns TGMA no miss me dimbe woman because mind you TGMA no and to say Grammys are and they just look at the work where they just pick the work and then they put it on the internet. Your friend is a voting academy that will just look at the work. This one a popularity in common county common banner within come which means you are losing somewhere.
And based on what you said, I said about you too. Based on what you said, I think we should give Stone some credits because it was after he announced Nipaa and I'm also more who say okay, it's necessary to do that.
Yes.
Based on what you said.
Yes, but actually, I think the first kudos will go to Portfolio because he made the necessity for it.
Okay.
I don't think current Artist of the Year no Nipaa no was just for the TGMA season to say many Portfolio then acquire for just the season or no they were announcing the PR for the brand what you say. So it's just automatic say that PR will advance the conversation in this season but after the season obviously Nejuma da hoto but many Portfolio or especially let me even talk for myself. I know that my role currently as I sit here in my knowledge is for this moment
okay.
What you say, and that was necessitated because of the work Portfolio did and Portfolio page on community, it just felt
and then shout out to Portfolio.
Oh yes, big shout
out to him.
Big shout out to Portfolio.
Shout out. Okay, now Ceciano, I said the amuye na moyi nkofu bi afi Artist of the Year nim. Ceciano, you amplify on nkofu miensa. Stone Boy, King Promise, and then King Paluta. But why do you think say King Promise a deserving Artist of the Year?
Okay, first, ye obi am free mo.
That's because yenti de finka, yenti brajo ka, yenti kwesi smoking ka. I say these three, but let's focus on King Promise. Why do you think he deserves it? So
the reason here, and that only make kasa about King Promise is because he made the effort to get somebody to amplify and come amano. Okay. May I sure say the other people that you mentioned say as you if they wanted somebody to amplify almost you won't feel like you're and that is the role with the PR that is the spot we have come to fill when it comes to conversations on the TGMA. But you've asked a very interesting question. That is why does King Promise deserve to win the Artist of the Year? Right. Artist of the Year category I keep saying TGMA, if we are going to limit ourselves to the TGMA, come on now, we all know Artist of the Year category, they have defined it already for us. Okay. Now, they have 3 category definitions that goes into the Artist of the Year. First, you must have audience appeal. Second, you must have a hit song, single or EP or album. And then you must have the highest nomination, or you must have high nominations within the scheme they under review. So let's start from audience appeal and why I think King Promise stands out tall when in that category. Okay. Now, audience appeal basically means the artist's ability to excite audience. Right. Exciting audience isn't just limited to one show, but different shows. Do you give a reason for a promoter to say, "King Promise and so?" Do do they think so upper stage out you were excited for so much in tia fan into show so now let's start from Ghana. Can Promise was on the relevant shows I who Ghana the year 2024 all African games na Can Promise eka ho Okoso Extravaganza, he was a part of it. Afro Future, he was a part of it. TGM last year, he was a big part of it. There were other events in Accra, Ghana, Hampo, which is Dank Fest, Salah Fest, Ghana Report, Hennessy, Ambassador, Nungwa, Homowo.
Is that what you shows?
Yes. And Sana outside, audience appeal, and yet just Accra happen. Outside of Accra, he was in Brekum, he was in Wasa, he was in Akosombo, he was in Ebri. And Yakasene ability to excite people it didn't just limit in Accra, Ghana.
Or they too quite. Now some more amplify on Asia and more because he's the only one.
But audience appeal, no, it doesn't just Can Promise audience appeal, no, it didn't just limit itself to Ghana and as an African continent, no. Now there was 7 continents in the world. Can Promise's audience appeal extended to 5 continents in the world.
What my who say audience appeal now, okay now you see the album will release in 2024
nice now album now or release which is the second category definition and which came we say you must either have a hit album single or EP
okay so this is it right
yes Can Promise was or drop a album called True to Self album and then later or drop the deluxe version of the album now album no. First of all, say a cat TGM, what's the quantify or what they call hitter. You must have streaming numbers first, and then you must appear or have some dominance in the 175 radio stations or airplays not or monitor no as answer na about street and so vibe na what street and so or how often I tell on
right.
The year 2024 Can Promise True to Self songs akesia yenya also Paris Continental, Keep It Sexy, and I Sansunya favorite story that features Sarkodie and Olive the Boy. Now, when you come online, which is an integral part of TGM, of what they used to quantify BB a hit and I say a hitter, the online numbers are just amazing for Can Promise. And to Spotify, which is a big part of online numbers now, Can Promise True to Self album has 100 million. Also, Okwa, in fact, so the 2024
so Spotify, no, yes, 100 million.
No, I say no, make an album, no, but album, this is 2024 starts completely the whole 2024. 2024, and it had 128 million streams on Spotify. Okwa Apple Music, 169 million streams in 2024. Audio Mark, Okwa Can Promise page at 35 million. And a boom play currently boom play the album no any boom play because they are not paying the artist, they removed this, but prior to the removal no,
so this 2024
this is 2024
now it's at 2025 he's not on boom play
no the project say any boom play True to Self any boom play so 56 million streams on there so ocean numbers where this is not an artist I will be say when we come to the TGM4 or more clarification of what a hit song is, he doesn't have that. Now, Oba Street in this one, Oba Street in this one.
Right. So, now your project here, no?
The online.
Right.
Now, Oba Street in this one, I'm not sure. So, Oba catch me say one say Paris, Kaya matter for my head, and nobody understand. Their videos are okay. So what's here, right? There are even videos are in Kwarabi or one would just say, and I say, yes, me area who say in Kwarano schools our day schools now schools they bring me home our day Oba share. Video, oh my shako, and I didn't know.
And these are not Ghanaians.
These are not Ghanaians.
These are the omuni test, omuni nungwa.
Exactly. And at school now, I want me area crap. And yes,
although it wouldn't be possible, I'm the 80. If a boy has been there, that's it's not real. So young wonder, okay.
paying so pay a generational.
Right.
And to audience appeal, no, even in Ghana, Hampono, the kind of people that can promise excited the young that will be a typical example. There is a reason I would say artists who are a craving or sa within you posting on a big deal because they see say every artist they have a level where they expect their music to reach.
Right.
But once it extends past that level, no, into Nkwara, into market women, they see say they have monster hits. And that is a typical example of what you are seeing with Paris. It's and just bushy tech for University of Ghana for Menewo for no Nkwara. And when who say, oh, I brought from Nkwara, me area. School be on my mother's glory. My niece is called. Almost so they say anytime the song drop, then I see me so na all luma bugine you some coordination dance. Right. They do the same. That is the impact of Paris when it comes to how it excites people. What you are saying, so because can promise and your hater, I'm like you are not in the world because me and Cassie you were not in Ghana. Ghana it was a hit, and per the exploits he did and the videos we've seen from other continents, this song was a hit there. So what it means now we can say, oh, that be no, I will not understand. So which means say. The category definition that says you need a hit, no, he had it. Aside sa hit ni wempono, there are other hits on there. So okay, so baby made a shut up, waiting be this one. You cannot tell me that was. See the way you are excited.
I'm not excited.
You are excited. That is the artistry power of King Promise. And so and now obete continental, we go chop international. You see, so Obikacha was second promise the year 2024. When you hater, no.
But would you blame us because Oka can promise hater? I feel like you have to sing kakra and sana ebe resonate with us. But we are not talking about any other artists. But let me make reference to ABR Kimpaluta. Onyapo Kimpaluta, you don't have to sing Bibia for us to, click. And Makoma, but with 2024 hitting now, you have to drive us into something before we get it.
Okay, so I'm going to give you
so hit songs now, okay, the 2024 singles now or releasing. So that is it. We have Paris there, we have Favorite Story featuring Sako. The favorite story is say and no mututu kentebino.
Favorite story, yeah.
No mututu kenteno, right? And then Leave the Boy can no. It's a can I say
Terminator, it is considered in the album of True to Self. So the scheme recognizes it under the True to Self project.
Because now what True to Self project name.
Exactly. Okay. So the impact of Terminator Crapo is not excluded from this season. First of all, they might never get a song that puts them ahead of that song and it's for every artist in the world. That's one song.
So Terminator make that for King Promise.
Yes, for now.
For now. Okay.
So we don't know what the future holds. A time will come, maybe a big song will come such that and nobody so big. Okay, Terminator, you may have to actually you get it.
Right.
So King Promise has that, but it doesn't mean say the year under review he didn't get something that was equally big and equally good. It qualifies to what they call hits in TGME. Okay. What you say. So that is the difference. You get it.
Right.
Good. So I can sing a song. I can pick a song that I know and I will sing it. You might not be able to jump on because it wasn't a hit. But I know the song because I know. But even if I say Oma Shako Shako, you're able to sing. You get it because it's a hit. You know the song.
Right.
That is what a hit is. Yeah.
Okay, it's not. And then one match and I said Terminator no. Eka afi hon.
Yeah, eka album.
And your review eka ho bi.
Album eka Terminator is in it.
Okay.
So Terminator was not dropped in the previous album. The scheme acknowledged the fact that even though Terminator was on this project, it has qualified as part of the album of the year. In the year 2023, when Stonebwoy was nominated, Stonebwoy had a project with the video that was dropped in 2020, Activate. But the album Fifth Dimension, after 3 years, Activate was on it. But he won album of the year with that project.
Right.
So if you limit the conversation to scheme na ye kana any complicated sao your agenda ni in some amount for person mo kana ya omo dey nsem to kire omo ho. But if you limit the scheme to the scheme it's not that difficult because a project that was dropped 3 years has been able to come into an album and the scheme says okay this is a new album
project for me go from better say be drop a single.
Yes, or drop a single. No, but when you come the Terminator album and the scheme acknowledges it. So me in debate no person who say Terminator is alienated from the scheme.
How will you blame us?
I can blame you for your ignorance. Honestly, because you are speaking for a skin.
Yeah, share the shows are oh boy.
Okay.
Now the mijawa.
No, but you see, if a fan, a regular fan says something like this, or even you, if you ask me, I'm allowed to explain.
Right.
But if you're a PR and you are talking for the skin, at least the least you can do is to study what
do your
the skin,
research.
do your research.
I'm for the people. The omo kana bisa.
So I'm forced to,
Right.
Let you know.
It's impactful. Take us through the concept.
Yes.
Where you go Africa, can't say
Africa.
Right in Europe.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, now pro.
I mean, yeah, this projection is clear. Now, Africa, start here, all African games, as I even mentioned.
Right.
Dunk Fest, Ghana, Afro Future, Ghana, Raha Fest. In fact, okay, South Africa, you can
Yes,
Kenya, Okwasala Fest, Ghana, Akravaganza, Ghana Reports, Ghana, Haya, Nungwa, Homoho, Ghana. Oh yeah, when you know, wonder, but yeah, promised land. Or but Chamo say I can go out there and still come and pull my own audience of W1 floppy. How which one? What are you talking about?
What do you hear?
Hey.
Or two of the key now.
Oh no.
And yeah,
no.
You.
This is promised land. Make a promised land.
Okay, so
yes, and I can promise life in Gambia, can promise life Sierra Leone, Hennessy brand ambassador launch Ghana, Telecel Ghana Music Awards Ghana, Yvonne Chaka Chaka celebration South Africa. Now call Europe. There was UK, which is the Mobile Awards, Paris Fashion Week France, Bombo Clat Festival Belgium, Africa Block Party Sweden, Can Promise Life Italy, and then Can Promise Life Spain.
Okay, so with Can Promise Life, you're not sure.
Yes. So once they catch us or drop a project, so he tours. Even now, I Can Promise a story now. I think now we're in the last show. Oh yeah, I think it's the last 2 days or the yesterday. But the artists, a touring artist, aside festivals, no, or any show. If you can go to the other
North and South Africa.
Yes.
Good, eh?
If we can get the see some of the videos from the performances, the shows, as you can see.
Asia.
Yes.
Asia.
Because and that form.
At a date then that form.
Good. So Asia as a continent is a very tight knit. Their culture and everything is very tight knit. So for an artist like Can Promise to take Afrobeats and take it out there and not just explore marketer, they have the ears for Afrobeat alone, but also to try other parts of it and extend the Ghana agenda, Ghana music to that side. No, it's not a mean fit. Asia, no one just Asian countries, also called Middle Eastern countries over there, which is Bahrain. Yes, check. There's a list there. Bahrain, or called Bahrain. Bahrain is a Middle Eastern country. So when we say Can Promise has done what the other artists did and more, and Kasakwa. Japan is a country that accepts reggae dancehall. Do you see it on other people's lists? Or reggae dancehall, or manko?
Say be on time, uncle. It doesn't mean say
exactly. So I can also say
okay, so Asia and Middle East projections.
Yes. So Singapore, Jakarta and Bali, a Indonesian country, Indonesia. So
when your concert will be near and then a toast.
Who can promise life? Or no what dare to go there. That is the difference. So you see. So no, now you get it.
I am getting
good. So any event obi
be a headliner artist be
and our friend Promise Life. It's already day to so anybody that shows up there, they are coming for Can Promise. That is the difference. You can say artists be audience appealer. Their ability to put a more winning to say me show. Our country
an unfamiliar space
come and people will show up. That is why I keep saying if it is about the work, obi afe and Can Promise this year. If it's about the work, but TGMA is not just about the work. The vote also counts, which is why we keep talking. Which is why Mime Jumano has become necessary. Say I talk about it. Because the continent, check other continents amount for Koye and other places. Can Promise went to all these places, but Asia countries, no, how many of them did?
Na Middle East is
you get it. So an artist that work come why festivals, aye concerts, I check it. As also do on one brand, any Afrobeats, akwa other continents, akwa other markets, and you wafe no. That is what I keep saying. And you wafe no.
Wow. Okay, I have Middle East that way. And North America in that. I say, I branch every day.
Why? I keep saying, if it comes to the work,
right?
If it comes to the work, I don't see anybody. If it comes to the work.
Not even Stoneboy?
Not even. Let me say I don't see anybody. Me say I don't see anybody.
Yeah, North America. South America. Bra. It's me. Yeah, go ahead, Edward Bra. Okay. It's
So wow,
take us
can
through
promise
that.
life. Afro Nation can promise life in New York, can promise life Toronto.
And was these shows Nini now sold out shows like
yes,
massive turnout?
so listen.
Right.
Anytime Ghana has sold out, I don't know. I think so. We all have an idea of an arena BA where sold out. If I book this place, not at this place, the capacity can take 2 people. That's a two by it is sold out.
Right.
That is the thing. And I don't have to be in an arena as long as I have selling this venue, because somebody can go to a 2-place venue and people will not show up. It is not sold out.
Right.
So yes, K Promise Live in Canada, K Promise Live in Vancouver, and then we go to Oceania. Oceania is also a continent. Australia, Sydney, Perth, Melbourne. Nina K Promise Live, Promised Land. You see the difference? Who other people's a year, who more of shows be festivals be near from not more business, not more booby. He did that, but he also went the extra step of putting his name out there and selling himself. That is the difference. Audience appeal no, ya kasa ahemfo chini ebi didi bi echia, ebi didi bi echi.
What my audience appeal ni.
Yes.
Metwa me ho aba na mo me ba people are saying that I say show stop boy ni na ni ahye dem hu ni padom ho, but he just did that to cover the space. Said ya ye kaso bia ye adwuma, I did that into me twa me ho ba me ba na ye kan no accept. My fellow billionaires, and yeah, we delve into a year can promise. Who what person obetina show you so a promote artist na ye who the enter was here to mana. This is the platform at here. It's and we are talking more about Can Promise, Nejuma Waye, and other awards are winning ya ABA okra winning. So I'm trying me home back, me ba. Diaka na me the barber so back. I'm still here with Tilly. I'll be right back. Promise. Reason being that is to see an TGM is like a crabby natural say. You require any man weapon entirely defend if a member which name will be our doing conconsa. Nepom no artist of the year and one will be any womb. Ebi say Ebeko ama Kim Promise. Ebi say afi day Kim Paluta cause why ye juma. Ebi say still uncontested. Efo dilemu de that is Stonebwoy. It's another we are delving more into Kim Promise in Yuma why cause bebrena and shada me say me nimbi it's not till wa how we come and say okay it's nenelo be say mo me fan konkonsa embremom tilly Akua Nipaa meneno every day Kim Promise or PR for Kim Promise inti Akua that's how you be kono make I say ne awards and nomination and again the why your show start pity gidi no what do you have to say about that, but let's focus on the awards and nominations.
Okay, so first of all so get obi to me here events epete for nothing and every artist baby
which man
could be a baby can me say come go baby
so
because the investment that goes into doing a show outside of terrain and not from what you say and even the confidence you need to have to do it to go out there and trust say people will show up, it's not a joke. And to say artist be eye de obi aye na wo sign call terrain for na okoye bibi for wo ha you don't say so oh yeah as
you should give him his flowers.
Yeah, give him his flowers. You don't have to talk plenty.
Right.
But
you know.
Yes, ne awards now onya the year and
nominations,
no.
right.
Any nominations. First of all, I think some project here cry. But let's get into it. Onya Mobile Awards nominations in UK, which is a big deal, and I tell you so Ghana Music Awards. Now last year, Kim Promise won Best Afro Pop Song, which is with Terminator he won, and the most popular song Terminator he won. And the Ghana Music Awards UK Best Afro Pop Song Terminator he won, and most popular song of the year he won the year under review. It's that was the work he did in 2023. And winning who awards in 2024.
Okay.
Now the work he has done in 2024, no, will be winning who awards in 2025.
Okay.
But to me, I know sir by the time at TGM we be ending no. Now we have more awards to his glory because guess what?
What?
Last year, award season TGMA, Kim Promise had 6 nominations. This time he has 10, which is the highest nominations, which is the 3rd category definition. What you say? Sister
Meka man a winning artist of the year.
Sister Meka say Kim Promise only a fair one
compared to the other
only a fair.
Omundu 10.
Only a fair. I'm telling you only a fair.
Sir.
Only a fair.
So okay, so
most
make
of
it
them
clear.
had 9. Kim Promise has 10 nominations. Only a fair. And even if I don't want to compare him to the other people in there, and I want to compare him to the previous year, Onya, so I was say Onya, Kim Promise at the time. And I'm anyway, he has 6 nominations. Kim Promise now has 10 nominations.
Kim Promise improvements next song.
A song.
Kim
Promise the year Onya sa awards way had 2 songs, which is Perfect Combi any Terminator in the awards scheme.
Right.
This is he has 4 songs. Which is Paris, Continental, Favorite Story, and then Keep It Sexy. 4. So as I said, Kim Promise is not one video God this season. He came with the job and he came with extra work.
Okay.
He did the job. Evidence was and in patcho so we teamia now you say telecell la phone
sharp
*1767#. Oh yeah, telecell user. Obetimi about 20 times a day. Oba now about Kim Promise. Or maybe say artist code A5. 5-star general no. I line A5 Kim Promise. But Kim Promise was also in other categories because I said 10 nominations.
So take us through that.
Let me start. Best Afrobeat and Afro Pop Artist of the Year, Kim Promise.
Which song no this no?
No, is this the artist? Into the artistry, the entire artistry. Kim Promise was nominated.
Okay.
Artist of the Year. Na ya can't right. No. Kim Promise Best Afro Pop Song, which is Paris. He was nominated. Telecell Most Popular Song of the Year, Paris. Kim Promise was nominated. Best Music Video, Continental, but with or no any Charlie Poppy was nominated. And that same category, he had Keep It Sexy was also nominated for Best Video. And then Album of the Year, which is True to Self album, was nominated. And then
so aside his singles being nominated, the album now
will say anybody that wants to make it look like Terminator is not considered in this season, no. Me catch also one on 20 was kasa fufu. But this season, me catch say I'm not going to do kasa fufu energy.
Right.
Evidence, show working. Show working.
Okay.
Obi eba have ya madam show working.
Further better particulars.
Yes. Evidence full for ground. Let them show working.
Show the work, absolutely.
Now, best Afrobeat song with favorite story and collaboration of the year with favorite story, and then international collaboration of the year, Continental.
Continental, be good.
Once a month, so now you get it right. I just mentioned the song title and you are singing it.
Oh, man, Fabian Cow.
No, say you are part. You are
please.
Part. You get it.
But they are saying
dominant brand, and then there is the Me Too brand.
Right.
Me Too brand, you say I'm here, Manoa, the kasa, your kasa. A time will come, there will be some smallest lady be on to say, hey, go with your
asset, right?
On what be a Me Too brand. So if you are telling me that people are saying, say, other artists or more Sakura, no, the people call them Kim Promise, and then Kim Promise first, it means that Kim Promise brand and image is so established. We are mistake now. You Sakura, or you Kim Promise. It's just like Pepsodent, any other brands.
Right.
Pepsodent is so huge, Pampers is so big, diapers, yeah, your friend, Pampers. And yeah, me first, it just means that my brand is so big and so established, you have automatically be subsumed
as a eQuick. Entertainment show, we are the main brand.
Everybody else has been subsumed.
What you are saying? Okay, but maybe a phone line.
What do you know? I hear what I say.
It's who is Santa? Are you on your own?
Who is Santa? Me say me Santa. People from Can Promise because the brand is Swama. Sakura Bia, if I became proud, that's the difference. Okay, all right, we patch out Kawado. I
there obviously so afraid chili ever ha. Question be episode beside of Can Promise so Bia obviously Eddie man. We are not talking about any artist, but your members set any agenda Bia. Young artists Bia ho chili Edda yen and the airtrain cover. Chili Francis are sending message. Make him about fa Isaac Ewo Jobulu. Hello, Isaac.
Hello.
eQuick ana.
Hello.
Yeah, uza me say eQuick ana ubeje to say oja ewo mu.
Okay, oja.
Sa pepe da o e ma me.
Tata me ma chili ti as you. So what the artist of war we artist of the year category now. Can promise a good. Do waka nyama can promise I need to be about. Shows that Kim Promise cowboy no. It wasn't even like popular like when we take someone like Stoneboy shows.
Okay.
Stoneboy shows of cowboy. How we had it online, what Stoneboy did, and we didn't even hear of Kim Promise. We better answer Wakwa, but we didn't know what went on and stuff.
Okay.
So Kim Promise is doing it, but we don't see the map. We don't see the map, so we don't.
Okay.
See. We hear say what show has it, but nothing to show.
Okay. Yo.
Stoneboy have done it. Stoneboy have everything.
Yo, Yati.
I think that if they want the artist of the year, they should work hard more, like online and everywhere. They have to show the workings online. Because Stoneboy is doing best.
Okay, yo, Marty, Isaac here that say, Tilena Mekai, no say people are saying say what shows giddy, but we don't really have anything to show. What do you have to say about that? But quickly, also good says good afternoon. I'm enjoying the show. This my sister can talk home. I used to listen to her at Peace FM. She is talented. I love her. Till people love you. And you know, I say Isaac friend will amplify their me
you don't have anything to show, but you just showed something.
No, Sunday most of my show
but you just showed. So we show no meaning say we share screen so
yes, of course.
So it's not
no, but it's not up to me to tell them it's the reason you are here.
No, I'm just saying
maybe Anka Asia, I don't know, then a flooding social media. We're not flooding. So oh my god, he has the numbers, he has this, but then you come and give us the list.
So I actually agree with you and people who feel that way. And yes, and then Mabaha Kamasama, it would have still gone unnoticed.
Right.
So I think, say, as you've rightly said, moving forward, I'm sure Team Can Promise they have a plan to actually amplify Ninjuma or yeah or our session yeah train copim only TGM time na ya become one people should see it the entire year say yeah say yeah can't asem na enya afi na yeah ko pull evidence people already have the evidence on their phone so I actually do agree with you. But I was also trying to make you see, say, it's not just the show title and the show. Yeah, can was no. Your team, they were able to pull video because there are videos. Yeah, but as to whether they were able to amplify the video for it to come out, I agree 100% with you.
Okay.
If you have to ask, it means you didn't see it. So we will amplify it.
Right.
Yeah.
Jamila, good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, Jamila, eQuick ana. Okay, we jana doso. Jamila de na wo e ba bitili wa ha.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Mr. Bell, I don't got man no crack.
Okay, yo, Mati Jamila Medasi, now with you, due to or yes,
Jamila phone, a word to make promise. Telecell star 1767 hash. Oba when bisa say artist code near them a poucho. Artist code near A5. And now also you see Telecell la na person vote here GhanaMusicAwards.com or kwa who or mo homepage no matter vote me so every category you see can promise one to man because we just don't want to go home as the artist of the year. We want to go home as the best Afrobeat artist of the year. We have to go home with the best Afrobeat.
Hello, but I hear the eQuick. Hello.
Oja.
Right. Then I over Tilly.
Okay, so as someone person in country, me Sister Tilly, say we really appreciate what she's doing. Okay, and we the SM fans are ready to vote for King Promise. So she just relax. She should not talk again. Okay, we are going to do the work for her and King Promise as well.
So
thank you.
Okay, over there back. King Promise needs to maintain this lady as his PR. Yeah. Okay, we need her in the group. Which group? Tell me about group. You not see you. The way she talks and the confidence, you too. Oh, Tilly, people love you. I really need Tilly as my PR for my life. Hey, marketing woman, pa. But Tilly, message there by now. She's good. Can promise all the way. Yate. Ebisu chema. Can promise in yom asaw me dinanim. Ansa na nyom no kra aba. It's the if you are today be farmer dance Lord right?
Yeah.
They no home for because I said okay can promise her what asaw bi amba na line bi amba won shut down who know. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah,
Mami ko North Canadian brand.
Okay, North Canadian brand.
Yo. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
eQuick Anna.
Yo.
Okay. Yo, that how actually.
The North Canadian town is so far. King Promise this hour.
Okay.
He deserves it. Like last year, I can some of them. But this
Online breaky, but Matilda cost last year. Then was said, yeah, do you share the same sentiment?
That last year, oh, I don't share the same sentiments. I mean, it would have been nice if he won it, but as I keep saying, you know, TDM and votes. So if at the end of the day votes now come out, I don't have to come and say somebody because at this moment I am expecting say votes in the So if it comes out that Can Promise has won, or when it comes out, because I'm certain say we win, that's what we need artist of the year. Will I also agree with people who are saying say other positions have won? No,
right.
What's your
okay? So let's talk about Asaw Nedin no. You've heard that, right? Say Nasaw is more popular than Nyom Kra.
Okay, so first of all, I feel like it's just a very
agenda
a myopic thing to say.
Okay.
First off, say a sapa. Nankasenka every artist. Oh yeah, also what TikTok.
Of course.
Who the number of artists that do dance challenge? How many of them? No, when you may do Can Promise nyom. It is a sapa. Nanka there is a lot of hits, and a lot of artists will be in the artist of the year category. However, also dance is a part of promotion, which is why other artists or more category they were trying to do some
dance
the previous year.
right.
And there's no way you will tell me, say, at a dancer be here, and I can promise you, and you to us because you say, hey, I saw the F. No,
it was the song
that was done before the dance.
Hello, Kweku. eQuick.
Ujao.
Okay, we know your how.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You see me, kakra me work and say, oh, like, the Oka say album of the year, we came from the version, all deserving me, who is
okay.
Say of last year, Juma, we quick smoky here. Even in Kuala more streets, almost to me, Tony, you work for it. But then, me, who like Aqua to me, too, came from his and John work for it, that will be a Sanka and be.
Okay. Marty, you. Okay. All right, Tilly. I said we can see here because we show the footage to that.
Can they not audience it? We show footage, right?
Hey, my production team.
Your production showed footage that goes to contrary
exactly
of what he
but
says.
I have no opinion or no.
Oh no, opinion there. Everybody should have.
Right.
Because on your opinion now, what are you? But you see, it doesn't change the no cranial what form.
And it doesn't change the fact.
It doesn't change the fact.
It's not changing the numbers.
Yes, it's not changing it. Because you just played in Kwara, motor, and I'm out for so.
Right.
If you tell me say one tier, I really also I'm off one two. I really don't know what you're talking about.
10th May, we are all expecting that big event coming up. That's TGMAs.
Yes.
11th May, that is Adiachi. How are we supposed to see you, or how are we to see you on 11th May? Min 10th May night in the car. Adiachi, no, will Tilly be talking majestically like this? And now, I'll calling to Nichelle because why disappointed?
Okay, whichever way the outcome becomes, there's no way I'll quell into my shell. I might be trolled or I will be praised, but there's no way I'm going to quell. Then if I call, it means I'm trying to end my career with that because my job is basically to sit and talk about people.
Right.
So if it has gone my way, I will be talking. I mean, just a craft friend, Tilly, congratulations. That made you so. If it doesn't go my way, you'll be calling me, Tilly, what happened?
Right.
What you say? It doesn't mean the world has ended.
But on a scale of 1 to 10?
10, 100%.
100%.
That I think Kim Promise should win.
Okay.
Or I know Kim Promise has got everything it takes to win.
Do you think if he should win, half of it bears sympathy voter because people are saying, oh, Adrian, so he deserves it. Do you think that?
It will not be sympathy votes.
Okay.
Anybody that has voted one way or the other, in fact, the mere fact that or what category no 1 year but I have come here and within this hour I've proven to you why Kim Promise was the best in that group. It's anybody that listens to this show, I'll be voting. There's no iota of sympathy in there. When who say gentleman now you or twamano. But whatever the case, we accept. We don't care. At the end of the day, or Tifina 1 year Juma now, or year Juma. So I don't really want to care what you used to say, convince yourself to vote. Just vote. *1767#.
Not just all the end there, no.
Yes. Artist code A5. Tomano. Basa woko GhanaMusicAwards.com. Dina okoto di ampao chow. All the categories you seek and promise. Do not hesitate to put your vote and let's support and crown the hard work now. The year 2024. Because to me, upisamia. Nobody deserves it better than Kim Promise.
Yo, Marty, me da say very. Hey, actually, right. What celebration? Pa, yeah, 18 no, yeah, celebrating, yeah, sister. Okay, so Priscilla, if you are in tea on your big day, without a doubt, you were destined for greatness. Congratulations as you graduate. With a bachelor's degree in educational philosophy. No, sociology. Sociology from the UCC, from Godwin. Your love. Godwin say, you celebrate you. What graduating with a bachelor's. The way your bachelor's, so certificate of your bachelor's degree. That means papa school quite easy. Educational UCC. Nyame Asia will be brave. We are celebrating you. I think we have another birthday here. Oh, okay. Abrantia or host Max Drive Mass Praise Worship. Yes, yes, me wishing no a happy birthday. Wait, patch on mommy just 1 minute. Okay, yes, it's on all host live worship. Max Stanley, and o birthday. Yami in shower, papa from HR and the entire I Max me then wish you a happy birthday, Tilly. Yeah, that's say oh bye, and brain I be, but I'm sure someone better I can promise no. Ejuma pa
on my na mo nyina mo vote ka ho
na nim nipa me vote ama na na otisa
no but say ma be convince o say can promise aye ejuma sin obi anti dem pa na ogina so a
yo bye bye Tilly bye bye yami ado watch na de twegu na me de ba be so me de am je so prophetess billionaire angel akosia teacher title ni na mo fa mama at this point today ira I will like